Okay, I've got my tinfoil hat on. Let me tell you, I just saw a video from Antonio. I'm gonna tag it below, but y'all, when I tell you my spidey sensors are going off, y'all know I have been talking about data centers for the last several months. I have spent an exorbitant amount of time researching them, the implications on our health, on the environment, all of those things. So okay, so just go with me. The U.S., this administration, this ridiculous regime, thought it was a great idea to send $20 billion to Argentina, not because they are fiscally responsible, but because this regime does not want to see their leader defeated. So we sent $20 billion to that country to prop up their currency, right? Then it wasn't enough. We had to send $20 billion more to Argentina to prop up their country. Now, when their currency fails, because it'll be the 23rd time that their currency fails, the current leader will be ousted. It's coming, whatever. And it will have cost American taxpayers $40 billion. What happened to Argentina after that? After Argentina got that influx of money, guess who started buying farm products, soybeans from Argentina? China. Because China used to be the U.S.'s #1 customer. Now they're not. U.S. farmers who grow commodity products. That's what most large farms grow. And when I say large farms, I'm talking about farms that are outside of your backyard. If you are doing this and farming, if you are growing crops, whatever. Most of those large farmers are growing commodity products to be shipped overseas to foreign markets because we used to have global trade, whatever. So here's what's happening. $40 billion of U.S. taxpayer funds to Argentina to prop up their currency to keep their current dictator in office. It is going to fail, and it will be on the backs of U.S. taxpayer dollars. The current farmers here in the U.S. haven't gotten anything. Now, will they get a bailout? Who the hell knows? And honestly, at this point, I do not care. And here is why I do not care. Because they know. And I know. I follow Will from the Back 40. I get it. But I also follow, what's his name? Chris, Farming While Beige. So he's a black farmer who is actually, those are the farmers that I am concerned about. I am not concerned about farmers who have consistently reaped the benefits of welfare. They run their farms on welfare. That's not what I'm concerned about. But let me tell you why you should be alarmed. Tinfoil hat. Antonio says he feels like this regime is doing this for AI, for data centers. And I am inclined to agree. Now, I have not done the deep dive that I need to do on AcreTrader. Y'all know JD Vance and tons of tech bros are involved in AcreTrader. However, y'all, it makes perfect sense to me. These farms are hundreds of acres. And they already have water in place. They already have irrigation systems currently running because they need it to grow their crops. Now, forget the fact that they're not growing food that can feed U.S. families and that they're shipping this overseas. But the infrastructure is already there. And these farms take on a massive amount of debts. Y'all know how much a compound costs, or all of the farm equipment that is required to farm hundreds of acres, some of them thousands of acres of land. Those are literally $1 million mansions on wheels. It is tons of money for the equipment to even run the farms, and it's financed. So what happens when these crops that are rotting in the fields that never get sold, what happens when those loan payments come due? They default, and then the bank takes them back, and the bank is trying to recoup the money that they have lent to this farmer who has now defaulted, and they will sell to whoever the highest bidder is, and the highest bidder will be a lowball number because big tech, they need land and they need water, and they cannot wait to bring all of these data centers that will harm the environment, poison the air, pollute your water. They cannot wait to bring these data centers to rule America, and that's exactly what they will do. And Antonio, I blame you. Let me just say that I blame Antonio because I thought, you know how you have a thought, but then you hear somebody else say it. And then it's ding, ding, ding. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Thank you, because that's what's happening. We are currently fighting 3 data centers right here in Mississippi. The amount of information that I have learned about data centers, the infrastructure, the damage, the implications health-wise, the catastrophic effect that they have on economies, not just health, not just people dying, not just people having respiratory issues or suffering from Alzheimer's or children being born with birth defects. It is absolutely ridiculous the manner in which local politicians, people who are elected to represent their constituents, who are supposed to represent their best interests, are selling them out. Anyway, I need to go do some stuff in my garden, and I've also got some canning to do because if you don't know, we're about to run out of food, and they're not giving money for food stamps, so you need to do what you can. All right.